Oh, excuse me, I'm your YouTube fan. Alan and Prasi.
Yeah,
I'm Leo from Taiwan.
Hello, Leo.
So happy to see you here.
Are you making a YouTube video?
Yeah, sometimes I also make YouTube videos, but it's just my hobby. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You are the two of the most famous foreigners in Taiwan.
No,
Yes.
I'm the most famous English. No,
So how long have you been in Taiwan so far?
15 years.
15 years.
About 5 years.
Oh, wow. So what are you going to do today?
We're gonna make a video. It's a secret. I didn't tell him yet what we're filming.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing
wow,
today.
that's cool. So why do you choose to live in Taichung? Why not Taipei? It's like capital city.
I think we both got jobs in Taichung before we came to Taiwan through an agency. The agency will give you what jobs are available.
Oh yes.
So you just accept it, and then if you like it, you stay there. If you don't, you can move maybe to Taipei after the first year. But we.
So do you feel maybe the nightlife in Taichung is more vivid than Taipei? So that's
No, of
why
course not.
makes you.
Not even a little bit.
Taipei is much more Western, much more
Vibrant, a lot more.
vibrant, eclectic.
But what makes you keep staying in Taiwan? In Taichung?
Taichung?
Yeah. Why?
For me, it's just
He's too
easier.
lazy.
I'm
He's
too
lazy to move.
Really?
Moving is really annoying, and I've been there so long. I have a friend group there, but
Oh yeah, friend group.
yeah, you just get used to
Oh yeah.
it. But I do think Taipei is more interesting, more fun, more things to do.
But if we lived in Taipei, we would probably hate it. We'd probably hate it because
Yeah.
it's too busy.
It's raining all the time. It's expensive.
Taipei is fun. Where was your military service?
Oh, I did it in Chiayi City.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
That is boring.
So I went to Kaohsiung very often. There's more things to do in Kaohsiung.
Free sponsored videos from the government of Chiayi to make videos about.
Oh yeah, I will cut that part. What is the best things you feel about Asia? What did you learn
Oh
from
my
here?
goodness, that's a huge question. A different culture, just learning all about a different culture, a different way of living, a different way of treating other people, very different to the Western culture. And yeah, just the friendliness of people, I think, is the most important thing. And then there's lots of other things, like the foods, the different architecture, the different history, the stories. So yeah, just somewhere different.
What's your future goal or dream?
100万订阅, yeah.
100万订阅. I believe you will come true very soon. Yeah.
Not very soon, but maybe one day. So,
Yeah. Please subscribe 英国叔叔 Alan.
Yeah, and if you haven't subscribed to Leo yet,
Oh,
subscribe below.
谢谢. So, Prasi, what motivates you to come to Asia?
Oh Jesus, that was a long time ago. I had a Korean girlfriend at one point, so I was thinking about moving to Korea. And then I just didn't, and I moved to China just on a whim. I don't know why I moved there.
Yeah.
And then I lived there for 4 years, and it was
Yeah.
and it was fun. But China gets a little. It's not a place you really want to stay a long time. It's kind of a test on your character. And then a bunch of friends told me about Taiwan and how nice it is, and it's just kind of step up from China. The quality of life is higher in Taiwan, so I moved here, and now I'm here.
So what did you learn from this journey? Because like a lot of Westerners, the culture is so different between West and East. So did you combine what you learned here?
Yeah, you learn a lot more about yourself. You know, you got to be a lot more patient. And I think a lot of people who think, some people think they're very patient, or they think they're good people, and they think that, you know, they've got a strong character. But then when you move to another country, it really tests who you really are. So you learn a lot about yourself in that sense, which sounds like a cliche, but you do. And I don't know. I think you also learn that people all around the world are just living their daily lives, you know. I think about Taiwan in particular. A lot of people in the West, the only thing they know about Taiwan is what it has to do with China.
Yes.
That's like the biggest thing, you know. What
Yeah.
people don't realize is that Taiwanese people are just here
We
living
don't
their
really-
lives. They don't really care.
Yeah.
They're making their money, they have their families, they have their jobs. You know, people are just living their normal lives. So, yeah.
So what did your family or friends say? You already been far away from your home
Yeah, a long
so
time.
long. So did they maybe suggest you to maybe go back to reunite with them or?
Yeah, for the first few years, you know, your friends and family miss you. it's not necessarily a good thing to just run off to another country because you're leaving your family and your friends and the people that raise you and the people that, you know, that's where you have your roots, that's where you're from, that's your culture, that's what makes you who you are. And to just leave that isn't necessarily a good thing. But after long enough, they kind of realize that you're not coming back and they stop asking, which is a bit sad. But yeah, they definitely, you know, they want me to move back.
But how did you make up your mind to keep staying in a foreign country rather than just maybe it's easier to maybe live in your own country?
Well, it just becomes easier and easier and easier the longer you stay here. You start learning the language, you start getting more used to the culture, you start making more friends here, you start to set up your own roots here. And the thought of moving back home just sounds so annoying. Like the idea of getting a job back home, the idea of paying a higher cost. You know, if you're going to live in a Western country, you're not going to have any expendable money. Or, you know, here, you can go out to eat every single night, you got a little bit of extra money to spend, rent is not that high. Whereas back home, most of your money is going to rent, and you have a lot more time at home in the West. Whereas here, you know, you can go out a lot more.
So what's your dream or goal in the future?
Well, I hope my YouTube channel gets better. I've just become.
But you're already so popular, famous in Taiwan.
No. I was teaching for a long time. I taught kindergarten. I went to school to teach kindergarten.
Yeah.
I like being a teacher, but I've left that just a week ago. So now I'm a full-time YouTuber. So I'm hoping my goal is just to keep it so that I can do this full-time. Yeah.
Why do you suddenly become a full-time YouTuber? Why don't you start earlier?
Well, you have to.
Or save some savings.
So you have to save money and you have to work at it like it's a business, like anything else. Any entrepreneur will understand that. You have to grow your business up. You know, most people who start a business, whether it's a restaurant or a tech company or something, you're probably working a full-time job on top of that because your business isn't big enough to turn a profit. So I had to make sure that my YouTube channel was big enough and stable enough and had enough of a following so that I could do this full-time. So, and it also helped that I got my APRC.
APRC?
Yeah, so after 5 years you can get your permanent residency, which really